I'm still wearing maternity pants. Don't judge me. Eat any chocolate or anything? So this is officially my 1 month postpartum update. I am officially 1 month postpartum today. Not in weeks, but today is January 16th. And I'm feeling pretty good. And we have a little bit of visitors. Okay, come here guys. Yeah. So I am officially back to my pre-pregnancy size. I have been since 9 days postpartum. I am not back to my these kids weight, but that is okay. Sit down. Since I stopped breastfeeding, I have not lost any more weight. I was able to breastfeed, not exclusively, but I was able to breastfeed for 3 weeks. Now my milk's pretty much dried up. I was only making about 2 to 4 ounces a day before when I was breastfeeding him. So we were supplementing with formula. I wanted it to work so bad, but it still has not worked. I don't know why I don't make enough. I even was trying to pump like every 3 hours, and it just wasn't working for us. Plus the fact that every time that I would give him the breastfed milk, because I would pump it, he would scream bloody murder afterwards. So they think that he had a milk allergy, or maybe he's allergic to something in my diet. So I don't really know. When I was pregnant with him, I wasn't able to drink any dairy or eat any chocolate or anything like that. So maybe he does have a milk allergy. I don't know, but he's able to drink broken down like milk protein formula. So I don't know. I really do not know. Okay, go ahead. But anyways, I don't really know how that works, but for some reason, I just wasn't able to produce enough milk to make him happy. And if you guys remember, he was in the hospital. We were in the hospital. He wasn't going to be able to leave until he would eat something because I wasn't making any milk at all. I was barely making any colostrum at all. Like there was maybe like a drop, that was it. Like so we ended up having to supplement there, and then he got to go home the next day. So clearly it was a food thing, the intake thing. And they also told us when I was breastfeeding and he was formula feeding that he wasn't gaining enough weight. The last time I went to the doctor, he I'm turning this into him, but it's really, it has to do with me. So when I was pumping, giving him milk and formula, he wasn't gaining enough weight, and so we did have to switch his formula, but now we're good. And I'll update you guys about that on his video. So I wasn't making enough milk, so we are on formula now. I have not had a period yet, which I don't think you usually do, but just in case any of you are wondering, I'm still have a little bit of bleeding, not very much, very minimal, but I am, but I don't have to wear like a panty liner or anything, or like, I don't have to wear a panty liner. It's just when I wipe, there's just a little bit of blood that comes out every once in a while, so I don't know if it's just, you know, fading out or whatever. The biggest symptom that I have postpartum is my psoriasis. If you guys don't know, I do have psoriasis, and it does run in my family. My mom has pretty bad psoriasis right now. It's under control because she takes medicine for it, but after I had Keegan, I got a really bad flare-up, probably the worst flare-up I've ever had. And actually, if we want to start back on my little psoriasis story, I have never had any symptoms of, well, I did have buildup behind my ear, but that was it before I got pregnant with Hunter. I got pregnant with Hunter and everything was fine. After I had him, I started getting a flare-up of psoriasis. I got it on my boobs, on my legs, on my arms. And so I think that the hormone imbalance, like hormone change, triggered my psoriasis to become active. And so after I had Hunter, it flared up and everything, and you know, it wasn't really, it wasn't really that bad. And then I got pregnant with Keegan and it went away, because it usually do, because when you're pregnant your body creates its own steroids. So I did that, and I got pregnant with Keegan and it went away. And after I had Keegan, and your hormones are all out of balance again, out of whack. And a lot of people say that HCG has a lot to do with not getting a flare-up. It actually heals your body. There's actually people who take HCG injections to try and stop their psoriasis from becoming flared up. Anyways, so I don't recommend it though, it's very expensive. So anyways, after I had him, I got the worst flare-up I've ever had. It was covering my arms, all over my legs. It hurt so bad, all in my head. It was burning uncontrollably, like it was just miserable. And so I started changing my diet and it was getting a little bit better. And then flash forward to I got pregnant with Cronin. This time my psoriasis did not go away all the way. I still had patches, but for the most part my whole scalp had gotten better. I get really bad scalp psoriasis. So that had completely cleared up. And then after I had him, I could tell the difference right away. Like my stuff started everywhere. Like I have it all over the back of my neck. My head is always the worst part. I don't understand why, but it just is. Which is my mom's really lucky because she doesn't really get it in her legs, or her head. My ears, there's some there. I have all of these spots that are starting to come up all over my body, all over my stomach, all over my back. And I actually have a spot where they put my epidural in. If you hear my kids screaming, I'm sorry. They cannot get along lately. So anyways, my psoriasis is flared up right now. And I do need to change my diet again. I noticed that what triggers my psoriasis is dairy, sugar, like, you know, refined sugar. And I already said dairy. Refined sugar, gluten does, as well as, and nuts trigger my psoriasis too. So anyways, so I do have psoriasis and it is flared up, and I'll keep you guys updated on that. I know some people don't know what psoriasis is or whatever. It is an autoimmune disease. And it is, you can tell because you get these buildups of like skin basically, because your body is producing more layers of skin than it can get rid of. Like it doesn't slough it off. Your body is basically attacking itself, thinking that it needs to repair that area, and so it just builds up and builds up and builds up, and you get all these wonderful flaky things. So if you ever see them, it is not dandruff. It is psoriasis. Oh, and the most important thing that you guys wanted to know is my stretch marks are starting to fade. They are still there, which is funny though, because with this pregnancy, I didn't get any new stretch marks. I did not get any new stretch marks. The only thing that happened is my stretch marks that I did have, they grew on them. So like all the stretch marks that I already had, they just got a little bit longer. I didn't get any new stretch marks, so that was really good. Plus I only gained 25 pounds this time, which I think really helps, because in the past with Hunter I gained like 65 pounds, with Keegan I gained like 45 pounds. So I only gained like the recommended amount of weight, and also I started off heavier this time, so I don't know. But my diet wasn't that healthy this pregnancy, so I don't know how I only gained 25 pounds, but you know what, I'll take it. So now I only have to worry about working off the weight I gained with them, and not the weight I gained with this baby. I will show you guys my stretch marks that are on my stomach, because I also am going to show you guys my hernia, because a lot of you wanted to know an update about my hernia. It is still there. It is not going away. I don't think I need surgery at this time. I feel like it's gotten smaller. Like it's still there, you guys can see it, I'll show you guys, but I don't even know if I got surgery on it if it would fix the problem that I now have. It's just my battle scars from having babies. So I definitely have a mom bod now, and whatever, I'll rock it. Another big symptom that I have post pregnancy is I just want to eat everything, and I don't know what's the issue or what's the problem, but I really need to get it in check, because I'm not going to be able to lose any weight if I can't stop eating. And which is funny, because when I was pregnant, I wasn't really that hungry all the time, so I think that's why I didn't gain that much weight. But now I'm like, I seriously am just like craving sweets and stuff, and I just need to get it under control. tell myself, no, I'm not pregnant anymore. I'm not feeding somebody else. I'm feeding myself, and that's it. But, you know, when it's hard when you have 3 kids under the age of 5 and you need to feed them and yourself, and sometimes I just grab whatever's quick and whatever is convenient, and it's not always the healthiest thing. And then another symptom I've had is they say that when you're pregnant, your eyesight can change. And I know this because it changes every single time after I have a baby. And they tell you not to go to the eye doctor while you're pregnant because it's just most likely going to end up changing. So after I've had this baby, I officially cannot see like out of my glasses. Like, I really need to go to the eye doctor really soon. I have my contacts in right now because they're stronger than my glasses. But with my glasses, I cannot see far away already, and with my even with my glasses I still can't see that far away anymore. So I need to go to the eye doctor and get a new prescription. But yeah. And the other thing that's been happening, and I need to go to the doctor, I don't know if it is something wrong, like I have a cyst or something, but I'm having a lot of pain in my right ovary, and I almost wonder if I'm ovulating because I am also producing like some like I would call it like mucousy discharge. It's clear like egg, like it's almost like when you're ovulating. So I wonder if I really am ovulating. I might be, because you ovulate before you have your period. So maybe my period's coming soon. Hopefully not, but anyways, which brings us to our next question for you guys. No, I'm not on any birth control. We have not even gone to the doctor yet. My doctor's appointment is on the 28th of this month because that'll be my 6-week checkup. And I've had a Miranda before, and I will never get it again. It got moved and implanted, embedded in my uterus, and they had to remove it, and I just bled for like 2 weeks straight on it, and I just my body does not handle it well. My body does not process hormones very well. So hi guys. Ew, your hands are gross. And I'm not gonna do birth control, and we are just gonna stick to natural family planning. So if anybody don't know what that is, you can just go ahead and look it up. I honestly do not believe that I should put some nasty, harmful chemicals like hormones into my body to try and stop me from getting pregnant. It just seems so unhealthy and so unnatural, and I don't know. I am not a fan of birth control, and it did in fact take us a really long time to get pregnant with Cronin. We tried for over at least a good 6-8 months before we actually got pregnant. It was like the last time that we were gonna try, and that was it. And it just happened to work because I actually ended up ovulating before I should ovulate. I ovulate at like some crazy like day 9 or day 10, and it was weird because the past couple months before we actually conceived, my periods kept getting shorter and shorter, or I mean, yeah, my cycles kept getting shorter and shorter. So I started off at like 26 days, and it got all the way down to 21 days. But anyways, I can elaborate on that on a whole nother video. And that brings us to the huge question: are we having any more children? Right now the answer is no. We are not having any more children. If the baby stork wanted to bring us a sweet baby girl and we could guarantee that we'd have a girl, we would most definitely get pregnant tomorrow. But because we will most likely have a boy, I think that our decision is that no, we are not having any more kids. I think that 3 boys is a good number. I think that 3 is just a good number for us because one of us can be outnumbered, but the 2 of us together can kind of manage. So I think 3 is a good number, and I love odd numbers. So plus I think that dynamic will just be good. Somebody's bound to feel left out, but you know, I don't know. And Hunter and Keegan are so close, so I hope they're really close with Cronin too. And Hunter is going to be starting school in August, so it'll just be down to 2 babies again, and I'll be able to manage myself again. So I think 3 is a good number to stop at. Plus, I just realized that if we go anywhere, we won't be able to sit at like a regular table, or you know what I mean? Like, we're already, I wouldn't consider us having a large family, but it's more than average, I would say. But I like having 3 boys, and you know, it works for us. And I'll go ahead and show you my belly. Yes, I'm still wearing maternity pants. Don't judge me. So here's with the shirt on. Please excuse all the baby mess. And so here's all the stretch marks that I have. If you can see, they're just red at the tips now. They're just red at the tips now. So they're starting to fade. They're faded all the way up to there, but they're still there. And here's still my hernia. It's not as bad as it was, but it's definitely not going away. I used to have a decent looking belly button, and now it just looks kind of gross. So like I said, here's just them, and these ones I had back here, but I've already had them before that. So anyways, if you guys have any more questions, go ahead and let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on our next video. Don't forget to like, comment, maybe subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye guys.